Okay, so ninth standard students, a very good morning to all of you. Now we are going with the geography part. Yes, and this is your geography third chapter, I think. Yes, this is your geography third chapter, and the chapter is climate, soil, natural vegetation, and the animals in Karnataka. So we have done already the climate portion, and in the previous class we have done that how many types of soils are there. Now we are going through soil. So how many types of soils are there? What is the soil? The top thin layer of the earth surface is called soil. Okay, the place on which we stand, we run, we jump, whatever, that is the soil. But diversity is there in soil. So there are mainly 4 types of soils in Karnataka we have found. So what are they? They are red soil, black soil, laterite soil, and coastal alluvial soil. In the previous class we have done this red soil and black soil. These two we have done. Okay, these are nothing. You have to keep the concept in that why it is red soil, why it is black soil. Okay, what are the crops which are grown here? Which part of Karnataka is having all this type of soil? These are the core concept what you should must have in your memory. Then only you will be able to answer any questions related to these soils. So now we will go with the laterite soil. What is this laterite soil? Okay, this type of soil is present or found in areas which receives heavy rainfall and have high temperature. The place in Karnataka who receives high rainfall and they are having also have high temperature, there only we will be getting the climate, we will be getting this laterite soil. Water soluble lime and silicates, these are the minerals. Okay, water soluble means which is soluble, means which can dissolve in water. So water soluble lime and silicates dissolve in rainwater, settle down in the lower level or layer. Okay, its dissolve means it will go to down. Iron and aluminium which are not soluble remains in the top layer. These are not getting dissolved in the water. Okay, so they will be on the top of the rainwater. Okay, the soil becomes soft in the rainy season. Of course, water is coming means the soil will get soft and dried up during summer, leading to the formation of laterite rock. There is a rock named laterite, okay, which has the which consists of lime, aluminium, okay, then iron, aluminium, lime and silicates. Okay, when they dried up they becomes like rock, and that is known as the laterite rock. This rock is used for construction purpose, means constructing the building or houses or any infrastructure. This type of laterite soil are used. Not only soil, from that soil it becomes rock which is known as laterite rock once it is dried up. Now this type of soil is there in Karnataka, and in that place what are the crops that are growing? Cashew, coffee, tea, cardamom, paper, rubber, coconut and other commercial crops are grown in this soil. So this thing you have to memorize at least of 4 things, because 3 or 4 number question will come that name 4 crops that are grown in laterite soil. Only 4 name you, if you are able to give, you will get 4 marks in your pocket. Okay, so cashew, coffee, tea, cardamom, paper, rubber, coconut and other commercial crops are grown in this soil. Okay, now where are these soils available in Karnataka? Uttara Kannada, Udupi, Dakshina Kannada, Kodagu, Chikmagaluru. Okay, then Shimoga and Belagavi have more of this soil. See, This type of soil, it is present in Udupi, and in the next, when we will go to coastal alluvial soil, there also you can see that Udupi is having that soil also. Means if it is there in for 40%, there it is for 60%, like that. Okay, some part is having this type of soil, some part same place, but some part is having this type of soil, some part is having that type of soil. Okay, so where it is present, you should memorize it. Now going for the last types of soil, that is the coastal alluvial soil. Coastal, I have told you, coastal is always related to the place nearer to river, ocean or seas. So of course, if it is coastal alluvial soil I will tell you what is that. But coastal soil means the soil which is present nearer to the ocean or seas. This type of soil is formed along the coast. Coast means where we are getting the beaches. Okay, beaches are the place which are decorated so that people will come there and they can enjoy there. But throughout the place, means whatever the sea is there, where the sea meets with the land, that total part is the coast area. So this type of soil is formed along the coast due to the deposition of alluvium. Alluvium is also a mineral and carried by the rivers and sea waves. Waves, you know now, in the sea or river you can see waves. With that waves, alluvium is coming to the soil and it is getting weathered, means it is getting dissolved with that soil and it becomes alluvial soil. And as it is present in the coastal part of the country, so means not country, coastal part of the state Karnataka, that's why that soil is known as coastal alluvial soil. The coastal areas of Karnataka, like see again it is the same name is coming, Udupi. I told you no, Udupi is having laterite soil also and coastal alluvial soil also, because one part of Udupi it is nearer to the coast. So of course that part will be having your coastal alluvial soil while the other part is having laterite soil. So the coastal areas of Karnataka like Udupi, Dakshina Kannada, Uttara Kannada have this type of soil. These are the core things you have to memorize. Which places we are getting this type of soil? What are the crops which are grown in this area? Okay, why it is black soil, why it is red soil? If you have the concept total clear, no, then only go through the notes and any questions will come, you people will be very much able to write that question. But you don't have to memorize that much also. Only the concept should be clear for your essays. This soil consists of sand and clay. Of course, we get sand nearer to the sea. If you go for a beach, if you go nearer to a sea or go nearer to a river, there you can't see that this type of red soil or black soil is there. There you can see sand. So the soil consists of sand and clay. It is rich in organic nutrients. Okay, so it is what the thing is, this soil consists of sand and clay. Previously I told that coastal areas are having this type of waves. Okay, and with the waves alluvium is coming and it is getting dissolved with the soil. So this soil is known as alluvial soil. But this soil consists of sand and clay also. It is rich in organic nutrients. Organic nutrients is those things which are getting decomposes from humus, I told you, no. So that type of thing. So those things are very much useful for agriculture or cultivation of crops. Now, paddy, cashew, coconut, banana, etc. are grown well in this type of soil. So these four soils, concluding one thing I am telling you, why this type of soil? This is containing alluvium with sand. Previously laterite soil, what are the organic things in there? Organic minerals are there. That is the main thing. Then which part of Karnataka is having this type of soil? And then what are the crops grown in this type of soil? These are the core things. If you understand and if you can memorize it well, then there is no questions which you are not able to answer. Okay, so with this we are going to finish your soils of Karnataka. Now next session we will be going through the natural vegetation, but one more thing I am telling you, that all the chapters what we have gone, whenever you are getting time, please go through that topic wise. Okay, so it will be helping you to do more good and better in your exams. So this one is climate, soil, natural vegetations. Natural vegetation we will be starting by tomorrow. 2 sessions it is enough for natural vegetations. Okay, so get well soon, means all the chapters whatever it is completed, I think you know, you are all having the these are notes, go through that. Okay, tomorrow we will start up with the natural vegetations of Karnataka. Thank you.